Earlier on our FIFA Club World Cup special, we spoke about our athlete. We spoke about Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, this is the part of the show where we give you the answer to that trivia question I asked at the beginning of the show. Do you remember? I wanted to know which or how many African clubs have won the FIFA Club World Cup. SC?
Look, it's going to be interesting to look at this one. There's none from Africa that has won this.
But trick question, we got you there.
But worry not. You've got a TP Mazembe that has done quite interesting stats in this tournament. You've got Al Ahly also in there, Al Ahly getting into the knockout phases of this. And that tells you that you've got something interesting in terms of looking at the African space and the teams that have been there. Earlier on, you asked me a question, who do I fancy going further? And I said Al Ahly, and definitely Al Ahly is a team that you can look at.
All right, let's talk about the other two teams that will be representing the continent. You surely can't rule out Esperance de Tunis. They just did the treble in their local league. Very tough team. They're going to be playing the Conference League champions. Chelsea is in their group. Who else do they have in their group? They have the likes of Flamingo and Los Angeles FC.
Yeah.
So now, do you fancy them to get out of that group?
Look, it's quite a balanced one when I look at it, but you've got Chelsea and Flamingo that are there raising question marks to say, can Esperance do something in this tournament? And I look at that and I say, nah, I don't see them getting out of this group.
Oh,
look,
man.
They've done well. They've done well. You look at what they've done in the African space, winning a treble is no easy feat. I mean, Mahir Kanzari has done something wonderful, in the short space time that he's been there. Of course, he's coming back for a second time in that space. But
like, what else does SC want? I mean, what does he want, rather? These guys have done it 34 occasions in the top flight. They've won. Esperance is no slouch. I'm predicting they're going to be leaving that group. But SC, let's move on. Let's talk about Wydad.
Before we can jump into that, you cannot exclude a team that has just won the Conference League. I mean, Chelsea is something else. You look at the squad. And by the way, this is your team. You should be supporting it and saying, hey, look at this team and what it brings to the table. Flamingo as well. It's a team that you cannot ignore. You've got a guy like Leo Ortiz into the team. Yes. I mean, 10 matches and 1 assist so far in the league. That's a player that you need to look at and say, you know what, can Esperance counter this? They've got the players to counter it, of course.
Yes. Oh, man. By the way, Chelsea is not my team. Don't worry, we'll talk about that after the show. Now, let's talk about Wydad, because Wydad is a team, Rhulani-less Wydad. We know that 3 games to go in their league. They brought in a new coach, and the new coach performed so well, they've kept him on permanently. He has history with the club. His father used to play for the club.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, Wydad, what do you see them bringing to this tournament?
Again, contradictory. One of your favorite players, Aziski, is in the team.
Aziski's been signed.
Brought in by... You need to look at the players that have been brought in. These are players that Rhulani had brought in.
Amrabat.
Amrabat, what a player. The midfielder, the CDM. You can talk a lot about Amrabat. Florentina player, Man United, Loney, such a wonderful player to look at. And you look at that alone and you say, the players that have been brought into this team are players that are very astute. You look at Aziski, as I said to you earlier on, there's a player we're not talking about from South Africa, Thembinkosi Lorch. Okay. What a player he's been for Wydad. And they want to keep him into the team, and I think he's got such a huge influence on the team. And I think Rhulani said something interesting, profound about this team. And he said, the reason I'm not there is chances are they want somebody who understands the pitch. And Benhachem is a coach that understands the pitch holistically.
Let's see what happens in the FIFA Club World Cup. Well, I'm Team Africa all the way, and I know SC is. SC, before we love and leave the viewers, it's time for me to give you my African diamonds, because there are some young stars on the move.
Yep.
Now, making my list today is Prince Ndlovu at number 3. Orlando Pirates are reportedly keen on signing the Highlanders FC winger. He has been tipped as the next Peter Ndlovu in Zimbabwe. The 19-year-old winger is valued at a whopping 15 million rand. Coming in at number 2 is Abdallah Hussein. Remember him? He was named the MVP of the Under-17 African Cup of Nations, where he dazzled as a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, and a playmaker. Iconic Spanish giants Real Madrid are on the verge of signing the dynamic teenager, and congratulations to the Moroccan star. At number one this week is Amara Diop. The 16-year-old Senegalese star caught the attention of many European clubs during the 2023 Under-17 AFCON, where he finished as the tournament's top scorer with 5 goals. He was also called up to the senior national team, and Turkish giants Fenerbahce are on the verge of securing the services and signature of the African wonder kid. Well, let me take this opportunity to congratulate the Lions of Teranga that defeated
the English team.
Yes,
England.
The 3 Lions earlier on this week. That was the 22nd time that England have played an African side. They hadn't lost till now. Well, they got a rude awakening, and I hope that all the clubs in the FIFA Club World Cup are inspired by that performance. It's time for Africa to show the world what we've got, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, and to the fans of Wydad, our athlete, and Mamelodi Sundowns and Esperance de Tunis, Africa is firmly behind you. Till next time, Ninitanda Nonke Kakul.